my name is Erika Ceja, and today we're going to show you how to do the glam look. So first I started off by applying a moisturizer to Melissa's skin. She has really nice skin, really dewy, so I didn't really need to put too much. I just wanted to create a nice base for the foundation and the concealer. And then I applied a primer, like a silicone-based primer, all over her face to kind of combat oils throughout the day and just to help the makeup stay on her face. Like I said, she has really nice skin, so I didn't really need to do much work on her. So then I started putting concealer under her eyes. I like to only put concealer where it's needed, so I'm putting concealer just under her eyes where she has dark circles. And then I just took like a big flat top brush and I blended that in so that the lines are really seamless and you can't really tell where I was applying it. So I just took the flat top brush and I went over her whole face wherever I put the concealer. Then I went in with a translucent powder to set all of the makeup that I put on, just to make sure again that the oils don't come out throughout the day and to make sure that it just stays throughout the day without creasing, especially under the eye area, because that's where concealer tends to set into the lines when you're looking up and around throughout the day. Then I took a fluffy eyeshadow brush and I took the same translucent powder that I put all over her face and I just pinpointed it under her eye area where I put the concealer, because like I said, it tends to crease under there, so I really wanted to make sure I concentrated the powder under there. Then I started to contour Melissa's cheekbones. She has really nice bone structure, so it wasn't that hard for me to find where she needed me to create depth. So basically I just used the 3E method, which is starting at the top of your forehead, under your cheekbones, and then under the jawline on both sides. So that creates 3E. So I just kind of sculpted her face out on both sides, and then after I was done with that, you know, I took a flat top brush, the same flat top brush that I had the powder on, to apply, or I'm sorry, to blend in what I had just done, because when you just, you know, apply, it kind of leaves streak marks, leaving it looking unnatural. And contouring is to basically create a shadow underneath what you want to stand out. So that's what I was doing here. So then I just took the same brush, like I said, and blended in the contour. I like to use a matte bronzer when I contour because it creates a more natural look instead of using like a shimmery bronzer, because your skin doesn't tend to naturally be shimmery. So then I took a primer potion. This is really essential if you want your eyeshadows to last all day. So I just took a matte cream colored skin tone eyeshadow primer and put that all over her lids and blended that in. This just helps so that the eyeshadow doesn't crease, especially if you have like oily eyelids, or, you know, even eyeshadow just tends to crease naturally because you're looking up and down throughout the day. So eyeshadow tends to collect in the areas that crease when your eye naturally opens and closes. So I just blended that in, made sure that I went all the way from the lash line up to the brow. So yeah, I just did that. And then I took a shimmery, like champagne color. I actually used a mineralized skin finish from MAC called Soft and Gentle, and I put that all over the inner corner of her eyes, stopping about the halfway point. So I just did that on both eyes and made sure that it was really just perfect and that the line was good. Where I stopped on both eyes, it was even. So I just blended that in with the same brush. And then I took a taupey, like purpley taupey color, and I put that on the outer corner of her eyes. So this is just to create kind of almost like a really sultry look. Since this is glam, we want to make it a little bit more smoky. So I just decided to use taupe instead of like a black or something, because it looks, I wouldn't say more natural, but it does look more glam than dark, if you know what I'm saying. So I put that on the outer half. Everywhere where I didn't put the champagne color, I put the taupe color. I'm just laying down the colors right now. I haven't blended anything yet. So then now the blending is coming in. I took a big fluffy blending brush and I blended all the colors together. Now you want to be careful when you're blending, because again, we did put the lighter color in the inner corner and the dark color in the outer corner. So you want to make sure that you're just blending around it and not kind of mixing them together, because that'll just create a muddy look. So then I took almost like a pinky, kind of almost the same tone as the taupe color, but just a little bit more pink. And I put that almost right on top of where I had done the eyeshadow, just to kind of make sure that create a transition color to make sure that the eyeshadows all blend together, making it really seamless instead of all. It was a little bit rigidy there, so I just kind of put that color there. So I just blended that into her eyes with the color. Again, you want to be careful that you don't blend stuff too much. because it'll create a muddy look. Then I took a matte skin tone color, kind of the same color as the primer that I used, and I put that under her brow bone just again to clean up any of the darkness that kind of tended to go up. So I did that on both eyes, and I just kind of went, I like to go around the outer part of the eyeshadow too to make sure that it kind of blends all of it. Then I took a pencil brush and I applied a dark plummy purple color to her lash line. It kind of went with the taupey color because it was in the same, you know, purple range, so I put that on her lash line. Then I didn't end up liking the crease color that I put in, so I took a darker purple, not so dark as the liner, but maybe a couple shades lighter, and I put that in her crease to kind of give her more definition and just to make the lighter color that we put in her inner corner stand out more, because I feel like it was blending too much. So then I took just a powder brush, again, just to sweep away the fallout that had come down from the eyeshadow. Then I took a flat top, really stubby brush, and I put a dark color underneath her eye. Then I went in with a peachy colored blush, just to kind of, we didn't really want to go, you know, the focus was the eye, so we didn't really want to go too hard on the cheeks, so we just did something really natural, like a really shimmery peach. And then we took the highlight, the same highlight actually that we used on her eye, we put on her face this time, so it just kind of pulls the look together. Then Melissa's eyebrows were really nice, and I didn't really want to fill them in because it would be too dark against the eyeshadow, so I just took a clear brow gel and combed through them, just to kind of tame any flyaways. Now I'm putting on the fake eyelashes. These were pretty crazy only because we were doing a glam look, so I kind of just want to make sure that when I tell you guys that when I put eyelashes on, you want to kind of angle it to your eye and put it down, because people tend to have a lot of trouble with that. So then I just started to put a like a Carmex clear lip balm on her lips, just to prime her lips for lipstick. And then I chose to put a nudie pink lip on her because, like I told you guys before, this is a glam look, so again the eyes really want to be the focal point, so I just wanted to keep the rest of the face really neutral and really soft. And after that she was done, so thanks for watching. Bye.